Hi, I'm Lisa Vinatelli Carmel. I'm professor at Southwestern College. I've been teaching there since about 1997. I've taught everything from drawing, painting, figure drawing, design, and art appreciation. I also teach at Cuyamaca, Grossmont, and Santa Monica colleges. I believe in formative learning. That means hands-on practice and opportunities for revision. I believe it's the best way to learn. I also believe in continual improvement, so I'm forever tweaking my classes to improve on them or depending on whatever the class needs. I teach not only process, but work on developing concept and creativity, even in my beginning classes. It's a really important part of the creative process, and concept is some of the most fun part for me. I love developing that with students. I'm passionate about art and try to pour that over into my classes. I entered grad school at Mills as a painter. I went to Rhode Island School of Design for my undergraduate. But the cross-discipline program at Mills really let me discover the kind of art I wanted to make. My art process varies depending on the media that I'm working with, so my studio is usually filled with bins and stuff. I make objects and installations, but they're usually oriented on the wall, and that's probably because I started as a painter. I love the process of figuring out how to find and use new materials to best fit my vision. My art incorporates feminism, themes of domesticity, body image, female experience, political or current events, and religion. Added to them is the quirky twist of my Italian-American background, and that juxtaposition naturally creates more humor than angst, but the humor has a bite. In my work, false eyelashes become a drawing, like in this work of St. Lucy. Clothespins have become musical notes, lasagna becomes wallpaper, and a bikini. Images from an installation I did at the Museum of Contemporary Art San Diego in their cafe, where I converted it into an Italian palazzo. And I used a lot of pasta. You can see these are stained glass windows made from pasta. And I had to figure out how to dye and cut the pasta, and then as well as use a glue to build the windows. And the chandeliers, pasta, the walls, they made these false walls for me to put up so that I was able to adhere the pasta right to them. And so it was really fun exhibit. There's more pieces you'll see in one of the process explanations that there is a tapestry that I made out of fettuccine noodles. Fettuccine tapestry that I made. I had to weave it, and then I partially cooked it, wove it. It took about a month. And then I was, once it was dry, I painted on it. And that's acrylic paint. Work is pages from the Book of Souls, and this was created with sausage gut casings. They dry almost like parchment paper, and they're almost translucent in places, so they're really cool. And I used them with soles of shoes with images painted on them, and there are some that contain words like avarice and things like that. This was at the Athenaeum Music and Arts Library in La Jolla. I also wrapped a lot of things. I've wrapped a lot of different items. And for me, sometimes the wrapping process is whether it's binding to maintain it, preserve it, or is it choking it. This was also done with, they're done with silk thread. My newer pieces have dealt with immigration. This is done with board and sausage casings. There's passport pictures and red threads, and there's writings from a lot of people that when they first came over about their experiences. It's called Untitled in America. This one's called Whitewashed, Living in the Shadows in America. There's a lot of wrapping that I did with white an ivory fabric on small items and things that I thought people might have with them, some precious fragment of home that they bring. So that's a little peek into my work and my process. Thank you for viewing it, and I hope to see you at school.